day. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Cleveland Browns taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016. Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Brissett. This complete to David Bell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
11 more on that one and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Brissett to throw on first. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Brissett. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course, a quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
On first down, Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
First down, Buccaneers. Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Brady.
Completes it again to Gage.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Fournette.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw.
He's got Otten. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Brady now on first down. And Brake has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Brady's got his guy. This is Gage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Brady again.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jacoby Brissett in the offense, ready to begin their next drive.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. And the ball never hits the ground there either.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Slant route complete to Bell. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Brissett. That's complete right around the 8. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 5 from the 8.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. Oh, he's going to be brought down short of the 1st, and they are out of timeouts.
It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So they throw. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Brissett. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Make the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
York on now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. They'll look to throw. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 25 on second down, Brissett. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Brissett sets to throw it. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 5. They go up the middle with Chubb and tackled down after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 6-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers make...
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, a 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady.
Nothing over. Part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
Open man, it's Jalen Darden. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Brady now to throw.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Brady got to have this one.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
We talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly, around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call was pretty easy.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brad, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.